If you sell $10,000 worth of this stock, I will personally give you a blowjob for free.
Okay. Not unrealistic sales manager talk for a big deal. I've seen that before.
And I hope it happens.
Oh, I haven't seen that before, but I've heard a term like this. We're like, wow, okay, yeah. That's actually kind of realistic, seriously.
Hello, John. How you doing today? You mailed in my company a postcard a few weeks back requesting information on penny stocks that had huge upside potential with very little downside risk. Does that ring a bell? Okay, great. Well, reason for the call today, John, is something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen.
Okay, from what he's saying, the words he's saying is shit. Like, I mean, bullshit. But the tonality, lowering his voice. Oof. I wonder who trained him.
In the last 6 months, if you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. You got a minute? Name of the company, Aerotine International. It is a cutting-edge, high-tech firm out of the Midwest awaiting imminent patent approval on a next generation of radar detectors that have both huge military and civilian applications. Now, right now, John, the stock trades over the counter at 10 cents a share. And by the way, John, our analysts indicate it could go a heck of a lot higher than that. Your profit on a mere $6,000 investment would be upwards of $60,000.
That's my mortgage, man.
Exactly, you could pay off your mortgage.
Very unrealistic. Very, very unrealistic so far. Let's keep going.
John, one thing I can promise you, even in this market, is that I never ask my clients to judge me on my win.
Actually, though, when someone is this talented, like when you have a closer who's this good, this does happen. Trust me, it does. And they all want to be him. I've seen it before. I was this guy at one point. Still kind of am. Well, maybe.
I ask them to judge me on my losers because I have so few. And in the case of Aerotime, based on every technical factor out there, John, we are looking at a grand slam home run.
Okay, let's do it. I'll do
4,000, that'd be 40,000 shares, John. Let me lock in that trade right now and get back to you with my secretary with an exact confirmation. Sound good, John? Great. Hey, John, thank you with my secretary with an exact confirmation. Sound good, John? Great. Hey, John, thank you for your vote of confidence, and welcome to the Investors Center.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Bye-bye.
How'd you...
This was a minute and 30 seconds. Well, let me just see this from the beginning, actually. 1 second.
Well, reason for the call today, John, with very little downside risk. Does that ring a bell? 2 weeks back, requesting information on penny stocks that had huge upside potential with very little downside risk. Does that ring a bell? Okay, great. Well, reason for the call today, John, is...
Okay, it was actually, it's not a cold call, it's a warm call.
Confirmation. Sound good, John? Great. Hey, John.
The sound good is actually, so, okay, not that this is super unrealistic. So the scenario of giving somebody a warm call where they've inquired for information, but it was a few weeks back, and to get somebody to go from what I would call, there's a buying scale, from a 0 where this guy had no idea, he's maybe I've put in some information, to a 10 to spend $4,000. Even with how good it sounded on here, it's very unreal. I mean, maybe in this 80s, 70s, 90s era, definitely possible, but we're in an era of distrust, liars, scammers, and in 2024, this would absolutely never, ever, ever work. Like, I mean, 0 chance.
Thank you for your vote of confidence, and welcome to the Investors Center.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Bye-bye.
How'd you fucking do that?
You've had some good calls. Look at the end of like, how did you close that? How did you do that? I've literally gotten into arguments with people and then end up being their best friend at the end and making some money. So
Just like that, I made $2,000. The other guys...
50% commission is ridiculous. Not realistic either. It's usually 10%. overall, I mean, it is a bit of an exaggerated scenario, very exaggerated scenario. Yeah, I understand this is a total different era. You could take some tactic from it, like the tonality and how he said certain things, and how he he shifted his voice from whatever he said, how he lowered his tone of voice and then increased it, and then the energy he brought in the beginning of the conversation. Yeah, that's realistic, but I don't know if there's any other sales scenes in this movie. Somebody sent me this actually to review this, so I'm not very realistic. I'd say on a scale from realism, maybe like a 1 out of 10. But again, maybe back in this time of day, it would work pretty well. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you want to learn how to do sales and sell properly in 2024, click the link in the bio below or description, whatever you call it. I'm so new to YouTube, I don't even know.